I'm Lulu and welcome to Lulu's Way. I'm glad you're here. Today is Sunday and I had just the best day. I had the most simple, wonderful day. I slept again in that Holiday Inn Express parking lot. Worked out terrific. And you know, it was really interesting. I was all kind of hunkered down and I could see out my window. I could see all people coming to check in, and it looked like it was like a young girls softball team, or looked like a lot of young girls, like high school girls in baseball uniforms. I don't know what sport they were playing, but they must have been from out of town for some competition or some finals or whatever. So they're all pulling in, loads of them with their parents, all getting hotel rooms, you know? And I just thought, like, they're spending hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars to get all these rooms just so that everyone can sleep. And then the next morning, they were all gone. I just tell you, I'm digging the van life, you know? I need to sleep, I have my bed with me. I need to cook, I have my kitchen with me. I have everything with me that I need everywhere I go. I mean, I just love it. I love it. I just love it. I just love it. I just love it. So right there in Merrimack, about a 10-minute ride from the hotel, was Planet Fitness. And I went there after a nice breakfast. I had a beautiful, relaxing morning. And then I went to Planet Fitness and I had to get down to business. I had to get my workout in. So I got in there and I did my whole workout. It felt really good. Feels really good when it's over. I feel like I'm really toning up nice, and I'm happy with the results. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I'm still doing a modified version of my workout, just babying the lower body just a little bit with that little injury that I had, like the hamstring. It feels like 98% gone. Like I don't feel it at all until I start doing some working out, and I feel it. I don't feel pain, but I feel it. So I'm not pushing it. So I'm keeping all the upper body stuff is the same. The lower body, I'm still doing all the squats and lunges, but I'm doing them without all those heavy weights, you know? So I've just kind of modified some things. So that's good for now. When I got home from Florida, when I was home for that month, I saw my chiropractor about 3 times. I was having my knees were really stiff, and I had like a little upper back, just a little tension, and then that hamstring thing. So he's been working on everything. The knees are totally fine now. The whole upper body thing, fine. It's just that 98%, it's just that little 2% of that upper hamstring. It's just kind of like right under my butt. I just feel that strain. And I think if I did nothing, it would probably heal to 100%, but I'm not doing nothing. I'm doing a modified workout. I'm just gonna keep doing that. That's just what I'm gonna do. Had a hot shower. I was so grateful for the hot shower. I turned it on before I got undressed. I was like, let me make sure that this is gonna be hot. And it was nice and piping hot, and it felt so good. And then I put on my dress and ready to start my day. Also, while I was home in between Florida and this road trip into New Hampshire, I went to the eye doctor, had my annual eye exam, and I needed a new prescription. Needed a little tweak in my prescription for my distance. And these are progressive lenses. So I have my distance up here, I got my reading down here, and I got my computer right here. It's 3 different prescriptions in one. Plus they turn to sunglasses when I go outside, then they transition back when I go inside. So I just put them on and I can see everything I need to see, and I have sunglasses when I need them. They're really serving me well. So I decided maybe I'll get different frames. I usually get different frames whenever I go. So I tried on about 100 different frames, and I just kept coming back to this one. I was like, I wanted to find one that I liked better, and I didn't. I don't know, I just really like these. And it's really interesting because I got some extremely negative feedback about my glasses. I'm gonna tell you about an email that somebody wrote me, okay? Ready for this? So this is what she wrote to me. Ready for this? Dear Lulu, how you present yourself is so important for content creators. Remember, we have to watch you, sometimes very close. Just a suggestion to get rid of those ugly glasses. With your very short masculine haircut, the glasses don't do you any favors. A smaller, lighter color shade will suit you better. When I watch you, all I see is those ugly, manly glasses. Well, I would say she doesn't like my glasses. What do you think? Well, it's a good thing she don't have to wear them, and she doesn't have to watch me if she doesn't want to watch me. She can just turn me off. Anyway, I went right back to the same frames. These are the ones that I like. I like them. They're just me. All the other ones I tried on, they just didn't feel like me, and this feels like me. I feel feminine, and I feel like a woman, and if I look like a man, so what? This is just my look. So before I left on this trip, I said to my friend Bob, I really appreciate so much how you show up for me, and you just help me with the stuff I need help with on my van, and like you're just such a good friend, and I really appreciate it. You know, if there's anything I can do for you, let me know. And he said, I know exactly what you can do. He goes, I would love to have some of your eggplant parmesan. So I said, you got it. So before I left on this trip, I went to the store, I got all the stuff to make eggplant parmesan. I almost filmed the whole process, but I didn't, only because it's just not something that I eat. But if you'd like to see me make eggplant parmesan sometime, let me know. I've been told my eggplant parmesan is delish. I said to him, do you want me to make you a pan of eggplant to take home with you so you can have like 4 or 5 meals? Or do you want to come here and eat it and I'll invite the family? And he said, I'd love to have it with your family. Of course, he's known my family. He knows all of us. We go back like 40 years, okay? So he knows everybody. So we had a nice little dinner party, and I made eggplant parmesan, and I made a pasta ricotta bake, and I made my homemade garlic bread. And Bob really, really enjoyed himself. He was enjoying every single bite. I'm so grateful that I was able to do that for him. And thanks again, Bob, for everything. So after my workout today, I went and found a park, just a place to hang out. And it was just a lovely little park. I just pulled in and I did some prep cooking. I cooked a bunch of chicken, and I got all the name tags prepared for the meetup. So there's just like this new thing I'm doing. So I got all those ready. The meetup is the day after tomorrow. I can't believe it. I had a nice long chat with an old friend for about an hour this afternoon. We just shot the breeze, and then I had a Zoom call with a couple of other friends later on in the afternoon. I cooked. I got the Instant Pot out. I made a bunch of carrots. I came this close to having a nap, and I was just like, nah, I don't need it. I wasn't drowsy. I was just like, I was about to get into position, which would have turned into a nap, but I didn't need it. So I was just like putzing online, reading your comments. Thank you for all your lovely comments. I read every single one, and I just want you to know that I appreciate them all your beautiful, kind words. I can't wait for my meetup. 2 more days. I can't wait for all these women to show up. I can't wait for the shenanigans to begin. I can't wait for the community among us, and just everybody just having fun. It's just so great. So after I had my dinner tonight in Merrimack, New Hampshire, I said, okay, I want to go grocery shopping before the meetup. So that's really tomorrow. And I said, geez, I wonder if there's a Whole Foods around here. So Googled it in, Whole Foods near me. There was one in Nashua. So Nashua was like maybe 15 minutes away. So I was like, perfect. So then I thought, okay, if I get into Nashua, should I go tomorrow to Nashua after I sleep maybe again in that same hotel parking lot? Or should I just go to Nashua tonight? So I looked up Planet Fitnesses in Nashua. 2 Planet Fitnesses showed up. One of them is open 24/5, so they close tonight at 7. So that's not an option. The other one, 24/7. So I got in the car, plugged that in, and here I am, right here at Planet Fitness in Nashua, New Hampshire, where I'm going to spend the night. And tomorrow, I'm right in the city where there's a Whole Foods. I'll get to Whole Foods, get all the food I need for the meetup, and I'm going to do as much prep cooking as I can do. That makes sense, so that the less cooking I need to do while I'm at my meetup. But you know, for my meetups, I make sure that my activities don't start too early, because I like to get up and have a couple of hours so I can do my morning routine, I can enjoy my breakfast, I don't want to be wolfing it down, and then that's when I prepare my 2 meals for the rest of the day. Put them in the cooler, all prepared, lunch, dinner, and when it's lunchtime, I come and grab it. When it's dinner time, I come and grab it, and I don't have to make time for food prep during the day, because you know, my schedule is very, very busy when I'm at my meetups. They're very, very packed. So I'm really excited about all the fun things we have planned. Yeah. So what's my plans after the meetup? Well, I need to go home really quickly. I'm expecting a package. My ice packs, the ice packs that I have, the blue ice packs that I have in my freezer, I have 12 of them. So 6 go in the freezer, 6 go in the cooler. And I'm always swapping these 6. Swapping it each day, every 24 hours I swap them. So they're about, God, they must be about 3 or 4 years old by now. And they're freezing and defrosting every day for months. They started leaking some of the gel, like maybe half of them are leaking gel. And so I just kind of wipe them down, but it's not a big leak, but it's just a small leak, but I have to keep wiping up this little gel. So I did Google it, and it says that if your ice packs like that are leaking that gel, it's because they just don't last forever, and the seams start to weaken after time, after so many refreezes. So I said, you know, let me just get 12 new ones. So I got 12 new ones coming. They came yesterday. I said to my son, put them in the freezer, because I want them all frozen when I get there. So he put them all in the freezer. I'm going to go home and get that and make that switch. And then I'll visit with the family for a day. But the next day, I'm going to hit the road again. And I'm going on a trip to nowhere. I don't know where I'm going. I'm just going to get in my van and I'm just going to go. And I got a real good feel for it this week up in New Hampshire, where I can just go from town to town, city to city, find the parks to hang out in, find really nice places to hike, find Planet Fitnesses so I can work out and shower. Just being in my van, I just love it. I just love this lifestyle. So I'd love to perhaps go through Vermont. And you know, I'm really enjoying being by myself. I also wasn't really sure about that. I've grown into a higher level of enjoyment being alone. Like I said, I don't know where I'm going to end up. I might end up in New England all summer. It's a beautiful place to wander. Or I might head west. I might end up as far as Washington. I might get into Oregon. I might be gone for 2 months. I might be gone for 6 months. I don't know. I'm just going to take it day by day. And if I do, wherever I'm traveling, I'm hoping to meet up with some of you. I really can't plan meetups going across the country though, because I don't know where to have them. I mean, I have very specific things of what I want in a venue for a meetup. And anytime that I Google something to even try to find something, it never gets me what I want. If it looks like what I want, I call, it's not what I want. So I'm going to tell you what I want, and you tell me if there's a place near you. Now I'm talking about north. I'm talking about every state that's northern US, all the states that border Canada, okay? From Maine to Washington. If you live in any of those states and you can find a place for me to have a meetup, let me know. Email me, LULU'S Way, WEIGH @gmail.com. This is what I want. I needed to accommodate at least 40 vans, up to 100, 40 to 100 vans. I don't want a campground. I don't want everybody getting their own site. And it's just, if you got 100 people in different sites, people are a mile away. I've done that. I don't like that for a meetup. So no campgrounds. If there's a group site at a campground, but I see group sites at campgrounds all the time, and they all hold like 10 cars, max. Nope, I want 40 to 100 in kind of one spot. Churches are great. What I love about churches is that there's a parking lot, so you can all park and all be together, and there's a room you can go inside for inclement weather, right? So that's another thing. If you find me an outdoor place, like, oh, I know this great place, it's a big field and they rent it out and everybody can park there. Is there a place to go if it rains? Is there a pavilion? And I mean a pavilion that's going to hold a bunch of people underneath it. So what happens is I find places that hold all those vehicles, and then they say, yes, we have a pavilion. And it's like a pavilion that has like 3 picnic tables under it. What's that going to do for anybody? You know? Down in Florida at the River Forest group campsite in DeLand, that one has a huge pavilion. It's all screened in, big high ceilings with all ceiling fans, electric outlets, and you can fit 100 people in there, and everybody can dance and everybody can stay dry. It can pour rain. We're all just fine. So I need a place to go indoors that 40 to 100 people can go inside or under. And reasonably priced. What that means, I don't know. You find me a place, you send me the contact, you say, this is what we have near me. They love to have groups get together like this. They would love it. And there's a place to go inside, and there's a bathroom inside, and everybody can park together, and 80 vans can fit there. If you tell me that, I will contact them all, and I will plan meetups. But I've spent like enough time like looking for a place. I just did this recently in Pennsylvania. I was calling places, and then it was like, oh, we have to ask, and we'll get back to you. Then it's like yes, and then it's like no, they didn't want the liability, and it's just like I don't want to spend all this time on the phone, call just a bunch of dead ends, all over the country, all places that I'm not familiar with. You know what I mean? I don't even know what I'm talking about. Like, I don't even know anything about the states. Some of them I've never even been to. And so you write to me and you let me know some really great places from Maine to Washington State, including Oregon, and maybe even coming back the next states down, like Wyoming and South Dakota, and all those states that are one state below the Canadian border. So all upper north. Let me know. We could have some fun. So bye for now.